yeah, just a little bit tired. Hope you're all okay. Sorry, I had a bit of a yawn and a think then about why I'm even telling you that I'm tired. Lots of late nights, put it this way, very, very late nights, mainly because I've been working hard on the course, obviously. Not the course, the big video. Recording, editing, stuff like that. And, client has now agreed to take things forward, so now we need to invoice them to get their deposit. Need to just go through some of the notes to double check that what I originally agreed to do with them is still valid. Someone else who might want some video doing to help their product out, and it's a product I use, so I'm willing to help them out. But then you start to kind of like, when you plan out your day or your week, things start to slip or go a little bit funny. So basically, Raheem's home today. He was coughing last night, not coughing quite a lot this morning. So told him basically stay home. So I got to keep an eye on him and look after him. Hey Pez, so everything I scheduled to do today has slightly gone out the window. I'm playing catch up, and I'm now just trying to rearrange, and I've had to have a think about kind of like my plan for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks with what will I do when, because I'm now in the position of starting to juggle. One client definitely, another one most likely is going to start. How do I juggle them to keep them happy? And they're both going to be fine. I'm going to say to one of them, So someone who's now confirmed last night, I'm going to say, great, but I can't start your work until the 15th of May, which feels a long way away, but it's because I need the rest of this week and next week to just get back on top of some things. We get them then. That's done in a week. Well, 3-day project, really. And then the following week, we've got another 3-4-day project. That then takes us towards the end of May-ish time. And then I can start to sort out some other stuff. So you're always kind of juggling a little bit. And sometimes the unexpected happens. And I'll tell you what, don't forget to hit like. If you ever have a client come in who goes, hey, yeah, we want to work with you. We want to start. You don't want to let them go. You want to kind of nurture them a little bit, or kind of show them that, you are the right person to help them out. But this is someone who we spoke to in, it was end of February or early March. Was it early March? It was towards the end of March, mid-March. We were going to start in mid-April. That then slipped for obvious good reasons, because we needed them to do a bit of homework and stuff. Now, Gene, I have actually seen your question. I was actually looking at it. In fact, it's on screen right now. I'm not... If you think I'm lying, Gene, watch this. Look. Look at this, Gene. It's actually here. I'm not kidding you. So your question that you posted up is over here on screen. So I actually was looking at it before I went live. You need to hide the ads at the end of a YouTube video. Now... The problem is that it's a very difficult thing to stop when you have a YouTube video. You can use Presto Player. So I have done videos before on Presto Player, which is a free plugin that you could use. I can't remember off the top of my head, though, if Presto Player stopped the adverts at the end. I think it did. From memory, I think Presto Player does stop adverts before and after as well. That being said, though, who do these videos belong to? Who do these videos belong to, Gene? So are these your videos or the client's videos? Question number 1. Question number 2 is, whoever they belong to, can they stop the monetization? So you're going to have to basically say, do not monetize those videos before or after. If you can stop that, that might do it, but you might need to double check that. But Presto Player, off the top of my head, I know it stops it before. I think it stops it after as well. Yeah. And hopefully you will all notice that I am now using my polarizing filter. Okay. You can actually see what it does when I look. If I hold this over the screen, can you see watch the planet when I do this? Can you see it goes dark? Can you see it goes dark? And I turn it again and it's on, off, on, and all I'm doing is turning the lens. Polarizing filter, you see that? So I'm using that now to get rid of like 95% of the reflection I was getting on my glasses off my screen. I mean, remember, this is a big screen here. I'm not getting that reflection. That's a big, big thing. Nice. Pez, what monitor are you getting? Was it a 40-something inch, Pez, you were getting, or 49? Hey, Paul, how you doing? Right, so, Gene, you've got access to the YouTube channel. There aren't enough. Yeah, there you go, Gene. Get them to remove the monetization of those videos. Try that. And then see what happens. If that still ain't great, then try Presto Player. Hey Dave, how you doing? Hey Harish, how are you as well? Thanks for all your comments on the videos we put out there. Raheem is here. He's not well. He's wearing shorts, as you can see. He's not well. He's coughing. He's promised he'll leave the room when he's about to cough. But you okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna go back. Okay. Take it easy, all right? Don't spend all day playing on the computer, okay? Yeah, I'm sure you will. Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking after him. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Yeah, so if you haven't seen the video already, it's basically one of these little polarizing filters, and you can see on the screen there, when I turn... Wait, if I angle this right, when I turn my... I'm getting my angle wrong on here, aren't I? Yeah, so you see the screen. Oh, let me do it like this. Can you see that? You can see the planet. When I turn the lens, can you see that? And if I put my finger here, you can see my finger. You can still see my finger. Yeah? You can still see the finger there. It's really cool. And I'm just surprised I never tried one of these before. And then I saw it somewhere. This was rubbish because I can't stick it to my phone with blue tack. It just wasn't working well. So I got this clip and... it's magic. It's $25. You can get cheaper versions, but this is a good one. It's a newer lens. It's a good one. Yeah, Dave. $25. The link is in the video description, right? It's $25, right? And I mean, if you've got a proper camera, you would get this, which is about, this was, I think, $10 or £10. And then you screw it onto your camera. Because I use an iPhone, this just clips over the lens. And what's really cool about it is because it clips right onto it, you don't get any light creeping in around. It's like it's clamped onto the camera, right? Like that, proper onto it. So it works really, really well. What have I done with my phone? I think I've done something with my phone. I don't know where I've put my phone now. But yeah, it works really, really well, Dave. So I would definitely go for it. Paul has had chicken korma for lunch. Yep, Pez 40-inch. I knew. In my head, I was thinking. I'm sure it was 40-inch. To be honest, though, Gene. If you make the video be private, so what you have to do, Gene, they might need to upload the video again, but you make it private. No, unlisted. Sorry, I got that wrong. You need to make the video, Gene, unlisted, right? So either you or the client need to convert the video to be unlisted, or you add another copy and make that unlisted. So if they're hoping to get views out there, and monetization out there, and they want to get subscribers, you leave the public video on YouTube, you add another copy of that video, and you make that unlisted, right? Unlisted videos will not get monetization, Gene. I can tell you now, they will not get monetized. No one's going to monetize an unlisted video. Let me tell you that now, right? So that's what you want to go. Hey, Big Kahuna, how you doing? Not seen you for a while. Yeah, thank you, Harish. I mean, that's the thing, though, isn't it? When we do the live chats, when we do the videos, we don't just do click and, this is how you build a website. Click here, click here, click here. I like to go a little bit further. I like to talk about experiences as well. And if there's anything I can share with you, tips and tricks about how you can get better, productivity for yourself or your videos or anything you're doing, I love it. I love knowing that I have now got something that is, look at the reflection. You are still going to get a bit of reflection from my lights. They're too powerful to stop. But my screen, especially when you watch the video I released today, if you've watched it, you'll totally see the difference with how much green reflection I got and what I get afterwards. It's like game changing. Hey Stacey, how you doing? Absolutely, Michael. Yeah, the filter definitely does. It does major difference, doesn't it, Michael? Hey Maddie, how are you doing? I wanted to just mention something, so I'm not going to mention who, but one of our Web Squadroneer community contacted me, and they gave a quote to someone in September. That person has now come back to them and said, okay, they want to proceed. Now, what I've said to them is, you gave a quote in September, right? That's nearly 9 months, practically 9 months since you gave the quote. 9 months, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, give or take 8 to 9 months, okay? What I've said to them is, tell them that quote is really old. It's nearly 9 months old. Tell them the cost has gone up by 15% due to cost of resources, infrastructure, equipment, software, tools. The cost has gone up 15%. Tell them that. Then tell them that out of good faith, out of the kindness of my heart, I'm going to knock off 10%. So increase the cost by 15% and then give them a 10% discount. So just to do the mathematics of that, okay, I need my... Raheem, is my phone in there? Is my phone in there, Raheem? Inside the room, my mobile phone. Okay, Raheem's going to go check my phone. Yeah, so what you want to do, yeah, is... hang on, Raheem's just going to go to my phone. I'll do the mathematics. Let's say you had said to them that we are going to... In September, you said the cost of their website is $1,000, okay? $1,000, right? You then increase it by 15% because it's nearly an 8-month-old quote. So your cost goes up to $1,150. You then give them I'll get my phone later. You then say, we'll give you a 10% discount. Now, that doesn't mean 10% of this. Okay, you do a 10% on the new cost here. Okay, so the 10% reduction on here is going to be basically 115, right? Like that. So then you do 150 minus 115. So that now means your brand new cost is going to be whatever it is. I can't even do mathematics here. Can someone help me out? Can someone help me out? What's 1150? Oh, why don't I just use my flipping computer? I can't be bothered to do it in my head. So 1150 minus 115. So your brand new cost is only 135. Okay? Now that feels like you're not really making much money. It feels like you're not making much money. Okay? You're only getting $35 extra. But you are making more and they feel like they got a discount. So you increase the cost and then you knock a bit off, okay? Because at the end of the day, was it 1,045? I might have done my maths wrong. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter, yeah. So, because at the end of the day, it's 8 to 9 months, right? When you, and you know this, right? If you say to someone, go and build me an extension, go and do a garden makeover, go and do something for me, and you don't take them up on that, and 8 to 9 months pass, 8 to 9 months, right? And you go back to them, I guarantee you they'll say, yeah, the cost has gone up. It's not like a car where it depreciates. It's not like a TV where a new model TV comes out. So the TV you were going to get, the price comes down. It's not like a sofa. 9 months later, that sofa's probably worth less unless it's a masterpiece, right? So it's for me, it's an honest way of kind of, also making them realize that, look, this is what happens. In fact, this is what I do with a lot of my proposals. So I say to them, if you take out a maintenance plan, it is currently £110 per month. If you don't take one out and you ask me to do some work, I will charge you per hour whatever is my going rate at that time. So 2 years ago, my going rate would have been £60 an hour. Then it went up to 120. Now I charge 160. Okay? Because demand and things like that. So someone comes back to me, I go, yeah, I know it was £30 3 years ago, but things are different. And often what happens is sometimes customers try and challenge you on that. And I have a very simple analogy to them for this. I say, imagine you're a band, okay? And no one knows you. You will play your music in a pub. The pub don't pay you to be there. You are hoping you get tips and people buy your cassettes and CDs. You're praying that they'll buy something. But when you become popular and you're in demand, the pub will probably pay you to be there. They'll hire you to be there. And people that come to watch you now have to pay to watch you. Before they used to sit there and you had to play and hope they gave you tips. Now they pay to see you. Because demand, popularity, people want to be engaged with you. And that's what I've said. I built a website for someone years and years ago, right? They then referred someone to me and I gave them the quote, which is the same as the quote I give to anyone else for that similar kind of website. The original customer then called me up and was like, I just spoke to my friend. They said the cost of the website was 10 times the cost of what she paid. What's going on here? 10 times the cost of what she paid. You having a laugh? And I said to her, I built your website long ago. And she's a psychotherapist, by the way. And I said to her, I bet that if you became internationally renowned, if suddenly you were being hired to go to conferences and speakers, if you were now in demand, would you still charge the same price for your psychotherapy sessions? And she was like, no. I said, you'd probably quadruple. And she was kind of like, I suppose so. I went, well, the same applies in every profession. Okay? Every profession. You could be a brand new dentist, right? And you're trying to get your feet in the market. You're trying to get an edge. The minute you become someone that people go to a lot, you need to up your prices. You don't just stay there. This is how you level up. This is how you up your game. You scale up, right? This is how you sort out a pricing strategy. You might start here. You get the reviews. You build up your name. You build up your reputation. You up it. You up it. You up it. Look, Atarim, Vito from Atarim, some of his clients pay over £2,000 a month for maintenance. They charge a lot for their website builds. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but it's the reputation you build up. It's the reputation you build up. I'm just going to go and have a quick wee break, okay? I'm just going to have a quick wee break, right? And by the way, Dashing Blade is just... Sorry, I took really long to get to your question, Dashing. I know a few people that got advanced FEMA. Well, I know quite a few, sorry, but I've spoken to 2 that are using it. And one of them said that they use it for the color thing, but that's about it. So is it a game changer? If I'm really honest, I think you're going to have to watch some other videos and make your mind up on that. Can you just give me 2 minutes? I need to go have a wee break.
tell me who's near the microwave?
Hey, right, sorry. So you know how I tell you when I go for a wee, it's like 30, 40 seconds. But when you are weeing bubbles, right? So you know when you're I'm forever weeing bubbles? When you wee bubbles, that is good. When you wee bubbles, like you're weeing and it's just bubbling, bubbling, it's like frothing, right? That means you're getting rid of the excess glucose in your system. Okay, so you're getting rid of carbs. You are releasing the water that is held in your body because you've had too many carbs on a 1 or 2 days or whatever, which is what happened to me on Sunday and Monday. So you're releasing the carbs, right, in your system. It's good. Weeing bubbles is good. Okay, Michael had a client come back 18 months after the original quote. Wow, you honoured it. And they ended up getting more services, more income. Yep, there you go. Yeah. I mean, even though you got more income, you make a good point there, yeah. But you wouldn't do that now. You would raise it. A lot of add-ons out there for page builders are great, but in reality, yeah, I mean, do you know what? Okay, do you know what? I think all of you should know by now that I like to really slim down on how many add-ons I add. Because I got nothing against add-ons. I mean it, okay? I don't have anything against them. But there was someone on the Bricks forum about 2 days ago, and they said they were going to get Bricks Forge, FEMA, Bricks template. They had about 8 or 10. They said they were going to get everything, and it was like, why? Why? That's like you saying, I'm going to get every Elementor add-on. You know, breakdown. I don't know. Do breakdowns have add-ons? I don't know, you know. I'm not even very sure about what Divi have. But if you've got all these add-ons, right, only get what you really, really need. I had a client. They did not have ACF Pro. In the end, we ended up using Dynamic OO because we wanted something else as well to do the whole repeater field thing in Elementor. But that's the only real time when you kind of go down that road. Otherwise, look at what you got. Look at what works. And just think carefully. Don't keep rushing into like anything. Sorry, I've just got to rearrange my. In fact, I'm just going to do a pop-out window for a moment. Just bear with me. I'm just rearranging my windows on my screen. There we go. That's better. Just go for what you need. All right. It's like buying a suit, okay? And you go and buy everything, but you have no intention of wearing the tie. You have no intention of wearing the matching socks or shoes that the mannequin or the dummy has. So why did you buy all of that? Absolutely, El Chanel. Channel, sorry. I keep saying Chanel. It's channel, right? This is why I keep saying that when it comes to Elementor, Pro does so much. You know, I know a lot of people that were using Dynamic OO, but I used to sometimes look at it and go, it's a really great, they have great features, but do you really need it? Do you really, really, really need it? Repeater fields, yeah, but do you really need it for other stuff? Exclusive, all of these extra add-ons, do you really need this stuff? And that's what you have to evaluate. And I do think that when you get to a point where suddenly you start to value money and what you get, then you go and say, okay, you know, it's like, look, why am I still using, and this is still an iPhone XR. This is an iPhone XR. I have not gone to an iPhone 11. When the iPhone first came out, I got it. I had the iPhone, then the iPhone 3G, Then the iPhone, no, hold on, let me get this right. The iPhone 3G, whatever it was, 3G they called it. The iPhone, I might get it wrong now. iPhone 3G. Then I think they had the iPhone 3 something. Then the iPhone 4. Then they had the iPhone 5. Then the iPhone 6, right? Then the iPhone 7. No, the iPhone 6. I skipped the 7. I got the 8. Then I skipped, then I went to the XR. So I kind of went through quite a few of them. But I stopped here at the XR. I haven't gone through 11, 12, 13, 14. I haven't. You know why? None of the features you get there were groundbreaking. And for what I need the phone for, this was fine. I'm not going to take photos in the dark, which is what the other newer cameras are really much better at. I don't go out late at night photographing people coming out of nightclubs. I don't do that. If you're going to do that, then the newer phones with the Pro Max and all of that are much better. I'm not going to take video footage. I know I'm in a dark room sometimes, but I have lights, right? So I'm not going to do that either. So the iPhone XR was fine for me. And that's when you start to value like what you have, the cost of what you have, and is it worth it? And that's how you have to react, I think, with a lot of plugins and themes as well. Of course, if there is a lifetime deal, sometimes you got to get it because you might miss out. So Bricks, lifetime deal, I've got that. Unlimited websites, or as many as they allow, okay? I've got it, okay? So if Bricks develops even more and more and more, and I'm like, oh, wow, I've got to use this now for everything, I've got it. I'm secured. I've got that. I'm not going to give my clients a license just because I have. It's for me. They want it. They will pay whatever is the going rate at the time. So sometimes something really good happens and you got to go for it. But it's really easy for a lot of people on the Elementor. Hey, George, it's really easy for a lot of people on like forums to kind of go in and go, hey, I'm going to use this plugin to do X. And I sometimes pull them back a bit and I go, why are you doing that? No, great example. Mega menu. So Elementor's got the new mega menu. You know, it's not finalized, but they got the mega menu. Okay, good. Prior to that, there was ways to do it using a little bit of code that Maxime created, and I used his code and created videos, and he was happy for me to create videos. And I used that code on Bricks, Elementor, sections, containers, all of that. It works. Even though I had that video, a lot of people were not happy. Even though it doesn't take you that long to do, they still wanted to go to exclusive kits. And I kept saying to them, you are limiting what you can do because the exclusive kits does not give you full-on control. You can do bits, but you can't be completely unique in what you want to do. This code lets you do what you want. But no. They want to use Elements kits. Okay, fine. Go ahead. There was another plugin as well. I can't remember. There was another Elementor add-on that used to allow mega menu, but they had problems. They had tons of vulnerability problems. What were they called? It began with a P. I can't remember who it was now. But anyway, they had problems. And even now, I've seen people go, I want to do a mega menu, and I'm going to use Elements Kit. And then you say to them, but you could just use mega menu. Oh, but I haven't got Elementor Pro. And you sort of go, okay, so you've not got Elementor Pro. You're using Elementor Free. To get Elements Kit, you got to pay for it. But I bet you're not going to pay for it. I bet you're going to go and get like a... My brain's going blank here. You're going to get one of those... GPL licenses, or you're going to download it from a third party, or you're going to get it for $5 from someone on Fiverr. Hey, Eddie, you're going to do all of this stuff. You know, there might be malware or vulnerabilities or an old version, right? Hey, Jamie. So you got people who they don't want to pay for Elementor Pro. Now, based on your geographical location, I get that. I didn't used to respect it. Now I respect it more because for some people, $49, $59 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money depending on where you are in the world. But then they go, oh, we're going to use Elements Kit. Okay, fine, but you're not even going to pay for that. Now you're going to go get a nulled plugin. Thanks, Dave. Right? Or something. So you're opening yourself up to a bit of a potential problem issue, incompatibility, deprecated coding. You mean you just because it's only one version out of date, there might be a deprecation somewhere. So you're going to do that. And it was like, look, if you really are not going to use Elementor Pro and you are not going to get a paid version of Elements Kit or whatever, just use the goddamn code I've got here. You can build it for free. Nope, they don't even want to do that. So there is an over-reliance on some plugins and stuff, which it just bloats your website, okay? Andrew, preparing lunch, toasted cheese, which we call roasted cheese. Really, Andrew? I've never heard that. Roasted cheese. I've never heard that. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, Dave, I mean, Bricks Forge does get a lot of love. At the end of the day, Bricks Forge does get a lot of love. And Michael's got Bricks Extras. I don't know too much about Bricks Extras, but Bricks Awesome, yeah. Every day's a school day, absolutely. Eddie has a request. Can you make a video about Elementor templates? They are different kinds. When you say make a video, though, do you mean about using them, Eddie, or about... Yeah, what do you mean, like installing them, importing and exporting, using them? Because if I'm honest, I don't have a lot of love for the Elementor templates. I think some of them are really, really nice. My only problem with them is that you'll end up spending time installing it, inspecting it, reverse engineering it, changing something, it then changes more than you expected. Then you're trying to undo and do, you're like this a bit. And I'm like, I'd rather just go and build. But is that what you meant, Eddie? Was it about the different templates, or was it about importing or exporting? Don't worry, Andrew. I was actually explaining it here. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Nika, there are too many blocks on my website with different... there are too many same blocks on your website with different content. I need to change something in design. Nika, I'm going to be honest here. Nothing you've said there made sense. Because you're saying you want to do that from one template. What page builder would be your solution? Nika, that makes no sense whatsoever. Can you email me? Can you... Nika, there's the email, right? Look at this, it's in 3D. There's the email, right? Can you email me a link to the page you're referring to? Because I can't comment on what you've got and what you should use. It's like saying to someone, I've made a cake. My cake is very busy. How shall I change it? I don't know what your cake is. I don't know what you got. Is it a sponge cake? Is it a 3-tier cake? Wedding cake? Fondue? Abdullah, how you doing? What plugin do you use to accept donations? PayPal. Just use PayPal. PayPal is pretty quick and easy. Stripe, PayPal, donate button. Forminator, you can create it. Elementor, you can create it. You can even go and get a plugin, Abdullah. Just do a search for donation. There's loads of donation plugins out there. So you'll easily find something like that. I'm not sure, Michael. I'm not sure where Nika was going with this. So Eddie goes, sidebar, one has to use a particular template. You mentioned the one per section, but I noticed... okay, Eddie. Right. You can use either of them Eddie, to be honest, right? They are practically the same thing, okay? The section and container are the same thing. Elementor have just not removed it. Because whether you click the section or the container, Eddie, it makes very little difference. But I see what you mean about getting some better understanding over what all of those are. And maybe I'll make a note of that, in fact. I'll make a note of that. So, make a note of that. explain the Elementor templates. Yeah, explain the Elementor templates. Okay, fine. I've added that to my master list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. I've got 14 videos at the minute. I just keep adding them to my mood board with, well, okay, what about this? What about that? But yeah, it's not a bad one you actually mentioned there. Section and container are the same thing, by the way. There's no difference. All it is just, it literally is empty anyway. And then you drop in your container. So you get it. You drop in your container and then you build. It makes no difference. Because you're going to put the short code wherever anyway. So yeah. But it's a good point. It actually did catch me out as well. Because when I did the sidebar video, I just went for section. And then when I was doing the big video I'm recording now, I then went, oh, hold on. The container option's there. And I hadn't clocked onto that because my eyes automatically always used to jump to the section. And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, let's use that then. So, yeah. Why don't I make an elemental series like Bricks 101? Well, to be honest, Eddie, right? To be honest, okay. To be honest, Eddie, my friend, the Bricks 101 was the building of a website from start to finish, yeah? And it was a, basically, installation of bricks and then build. This is going to be WordPress, page speed optimization, images, getting all of that, fonts, all of that. Then, Elementor, building out the website, blogs, shop, LMS, rank math, SEO. So I could release it in chunks, but I feel like I might, the bigger chunks might do that. To be honest, Carapace, if I'm really going to be honest, I don't care what anyone thinks anymore. I think I have to be honest now, okay? I think I'm past that now. I think I'm so fed up of people like from certain places that kind of like, you know, they every time you say something like that, they jump on you. Do you know what I mean, Carapace? Like they jump on you. And it's like I hate to say this, okay? I hate to say this, but in some forum groups, they're literally patting each other on the back. So one of them will make a nasty comment, and everyone likes the nasty comment. Have you noticed this? Have you noticed this? In some of the groups, okay, I'll tell you, Bricks, Breakdance, even some Elementor, someone makes a nasty comment, and then everyone loves and likes the nasty comment, and it's like, it's awful. But yeah, I bet loads of people were like so mad when I released my video that says, hey, in Elementor, you can have section and containers on the same page. Maybe I should do a video where you have section, Flexbox container, and CSS grid all on the same page. We should do that, right? That would like totally blow their minds. Eddie, you can do the display condition for the container. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because, in fact, now that you've said it, I mean, now that you've said it, then again, though, my section didn't have a display condition, so you might be right, actually. You might be right. Yeah, but Carapace, that's the problem, right? That's the problem with... for me, that's the big problem with page builders having armies. There's no need for them to have like an army. There's no need for them to like jump on anyone. There's no need for them to like criticize, to kind of make out that like anyone who uses Elementor or any other solution is inferior. That's the problem with... Eddie, you're right. No, Eddie, you're right. Eddie, you're right. You're right. Containers does not have the display condition. So they are not the same thing. There I was giving you all rubbish advice. It's not the same thing. Technically it's the same thing, but the section allows you to have a display condition. Now, is that because Elementor forgot to add it? I think it is, you know. I think it is. I think they forgot to add that. We might need to alert them to that. Andrew, what do you propose site layouts? What do you do to propose site layouts to a client? I do pencil sketches, Andrew. I do sketches, right? Here's one I gave to a client. And they were like, yep, cool. They get it. Look at that. Image, text, call to action button is the red bit there. There's the key. I just took a photo of that. Ding, 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 ding. Sent that to them. Then they wanted to go a step further, and then you bash out a few more pages. Right? And it works. It works. You know, Andrew, honestly, once you start using containers, suddenly the freedom to do stuff, once you learn how to do it, you suddenly feel like you can do so much more. Before you were going, oh, I'll do this, or I need an inner section. Oh no, I need another section. I got 3 sections, column, column, column. You could now potentially do a lot of it in one container. You might have a child container or not. Your custom width, you're wrapping, you're rearranging. You start to do things where, I mean, I never liked inner sections. But I admit I had to rely on them in the old days because sometimes you had to do that because of the look you were going for. You really don't need to worry about it now. Yet, Michael, pack mentality. You know, and something that I've spoken to a lot of other people about is, look, it doesn't matter what tool you use. If it makes you money and your client's happy and it works, keep doing it. Yeah, I don't use the top bar menu, Eddie. I don't use that yet. I don't like it. Hey, Gary. So I don't use that at all. I don't use the top menu. I prefer I feel like it's too many changes too quick for me. I prefer just the look of it at the moment. Exactly, Sinan. Containers, it feels better, doesn't it? It feels better. Eddie, exactly why I made a request for a video about templates where I can display... Well, in this case, just use sections. I mean, in a way, the word sections feels outdated, doesn't it? When you have a Flexbox container section layout. But just use sections. Just use sections because the display conditions will leave there. Oh, you lost connection, Andrew. What? Once you... Yeah, sorry. I'll tell you again, Andrew. I'll tell you now. And you're gonna hear me again if you've already rewinded. What was I going to say? Once you start using containers, you have more flexibility. All right? Stuff you were doing with inner sections, you're not doing. You could add a container into a container. Sometimes with a bit of wrapping, custom width, layout. I mean, the website the tutorial I'm bringing out next week, the layout for it is basically like a container, and you got a call to action, which is 66.6 width, and then you got some text, which is 33.3 width, right? It is one container. It is not a container with 2 child containers. It's just one container. And when you're doing it like that. In the old days, people would have gone section, 2 columns, Maybe you now want to do something different. Oh, we'll drop in an inner section. Because now underneath, we want to have 3 items, 33%, 33%, 33%. Now you could have one container, 66%, 34%, and it's wrapping 33%, 33%, 33%. So you go from one section, starts to get complicated, doesn't it? You might go with one section, column, maybe 2 inner sections, one inner section to cover the top bit and another one to cover the bottom bit. That's a lot. Now we just go whoop to one container. So the simplicity of going like from whoop to like that is massive. I lie. I exaggerated that. In terms of DOM, it's not massive. but there is a difference. Right, thanks, Nika. I've got your email. I'm just going to check it now. I'm just going to check your email now. Tables, rows, and columns. In a way, yes. In a way, yeah. So Nika says their website is on maintenance and is closed. I can't show you what I mean. Okay. Imagine an affiliate website with too many affiliate items. That doesn't mean anything to me. Like, what do you mean by too many? Do you mean like too many, like a grid? They all have their pages and their content. I can create a post template with Elementor. Oh, sorry, you mean an Elementor website with Elementor affiliate items. Sorry, I read that as page. I can create a post template and I just design. But the thing is, I need to use some sections inside the content. Yeah, look, I'll be really honest with you, Nika, okay? I'll be really honest with you, okay? Unless you can scribble down what you're trying to achieve, I can't interpret that. I can't interpret that. And I'm going to saying to you the same thing I would say to every client who says that similar thing. So what you're saying is, you see, look, okay, here's what you could do, okay? So you've said a single post template, right? Do you give your affiliate items a category? Let's say you've got 5 categories, right? And every single one of them has got 2 affiliate items. You've got 10 items, 5 categories, 2 per category. You create a template, you set the display condition for category 1. You then do the same for category 2. But this time the layout is different. You could even add in extra custom fields. You could add in an extra video gallery. You can do what you want. That is now set for category 2. Category 3 is even more different. You take the videos and the text out, and now you go and add in a carousel, and then you use custom fields to feed the carousel or something. So you could build what you want, and now you've got a different post template for different categories. So I don't know if that's what you want, if I'm honest, because I'm trying to read between the lines here, but that's what you might need to do. But I would say that if you ever, when it comes to questioning, and this happens on the forums a lot, my website's not working. The update broke my website. I can't edit Elementor. And you sit there going, what's your theme? What's your version? Is it a nulled plugin? Have you got Elementor add-ons? What are your add-ons? What's your PHP? Who's your host? When's your last update? Have you got a backup? Have you purged the site? Have you regenerated the CSS? Have you purged the server? We could go on and on and on. And it's like imagine you're a mechanic in a garage and someone calls up and goes, my car's not working. Well, what would be the questions you'd ask them? What would you ask them? Firstly, so where are you right now? You're at home or broke down? What kind of car is it? When you say it's not working, is it the engine? What is it? Oh no, the engine works. So what's not working? Oh, it's when I turn on the indicator lights. Okay, the indicator lights. Is it does it not work for both sides? Oh no, just the left side. So the right side does work. Oh, I haven't checked. Can you go and check? And these are the things. We cannot diagnose problems on the basis of my website's not working. And I really get fed up of like repeating myself, like, what's your theme? What's this? What's that? What's your theme? And then they come with Ocean WP, and I'm literally like, okay, switch to hello. Oh, I don't want to do that. Just do it. Oh, I switched to hello, and the problem's gone. There's your solution. Hit like if you haven't hit like already. And sometimes when I listen back to myself, I feel like, I was a bit mean there. I was a little bit, really like, almost telling them off. It's not. It's just trying to get you to understand, how would you feel if your client called you up and said, my website's broke? And you go, what's broke? Because you go in and go, it looks okay to me. No, my website's broke. I go, what do you mean it's broke? He goes, I was looking at it on a Nokia And you go, what kind of Nokia? It goes, a 3210. You were looking at it on a Nokia 3210. You can't even look at a website on a 3210. Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, I know you can in some way, but it's not going to display. Why not? You said my website was responsive to mobiles. Yeah, but not on a Nokia 3210. Not on a, 24-year-old phone. That's not how it works. Can you imagine someone doing that, though? Hey, I just pulled out my Nokia 3210 from 1999 and the website doesn't look good at all. Hey, Mark, the website does not work on my Nokia 3210. Yeah, because it won't. But you said it's mobile responsive. This is a mobile phone. Yeah, for smartphones. What, you saying my phone's not smart? I'm surprised that conversation's not happened yet. Maybe it has somewhere. Maybe someone has had that conversation. You said it was mobile responsive. Well, yeah, but not for that kind of thing, right? Not for that. And I can imagine someone one day contacting you and going, right, I paid you to design my website, okay? I hired out the cinema, Showcase Cinema. We put my phone on a projector and it projected. Massive, right? It looked, and we connected it. It looked rubbish. Well, yeah. We didn't build your website to go stick on like a a 1,000-inch screen, right? Like, talk about ultra wide and high. But someone's bound to say that, aren't they? I'd be like, I would literally say, did you change the resolution? Well, no, the resolution is like, whatever K it is. So, Nika, if I explain it differently, we'll take a lot of time. The thing is, though, Nika, you've got my email. So what you have to get into is being able to scribble down, take a photo and put it in your email. But I do think that you're talking about single post templates and stuff, right? You need to think about creating a template per category and your affiliate items are grouped into the categories. And if you do that, it can work for you. Oh my God, yeah, Michael, IE8. Forget that. What about Netscape Navigator, right? Really, Jamie? You have clients. Jamie, can you tell us more? I think right now I want to know more about Jamie. 3310 story. I want to know more about that. Andrew, is anyone setting Google? Right, so Andrew, this is now quite simple. I would advise you to get them to do it. Okay? You give them a link, you tell them to go there and you tell them to do it. You also tell them it could take 7 to 8 days to get a postcard. The postcard has the verification code for them to then verify. Okay? So you get them to do it. Hey, Nika, trust me, Nika, I'm on now. I'm here for the next 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. If you want to do it now, or tomorrow, or Friday, or next week, you know where we are. Okay? If you email me afterwards, I might not deal with it because now that's into my private consultation time or whatever. But you got half an hour, or you got tomorrow or Friday, all right? I don't want you to feel pressured. You've also got this place as well, all right? You've also got here. So why don't you go and post in an image, an explanation of what you're trying to achieve in the Web Squadron Facebook group, okay? The Facebook group is here for you and me and everyone else. But Jamie, I don't want you to run away, Jamie, all right? I really want you. I'm saying Jamie. Is it Jamie or is it Jame? Is it a silent J? Is it Amy? Is it AIM? Is it a silent E, as in jam? Hey, Jam, you jamming? So go on, let's read this then. 15 years in business. Clients with a high-def laptop saying the website looks bad and with old phones. But 10 years... Yeah, I mean... I still get it now, though. There are still people on the forum and they say their iOS on their iPhone is iOS 9. And I'm like, what? Like, what? They're like, I can't be bothered to update because my phone won't let me update. And then I'm like, what version have you got? And they go, iPhone 4. And I'm like, whoa, seriously? iPhone 4 came out in 2010. I know that because I got it about 2 weeks before I went to Hong Kong for a holiday. And believe it or not, when I was in Hong Kong, right, whenever anyone noticed I had an iPhone 4, whether you were in a restaurant, anywhere, they'd come running over. Like once I was in Hong Kong, I went into like a Pizza Hut place. I think it was Pizza Hut. I'm sure it was. I was upstairs and I was ordering pizza and I had my phone out checking something, and the amount of people, customers, waiters, waitresses, oh, you got iPhone 4. It was like a big deal then because they'd changed from the curved to like the almost like a right angle, very solid. But sorry, deviated there. But yeah, 2010, iPhone 4. And you think, what are you doing with an iPhone 4? It's now like, things have moved on. I'm surprised it still works. Yeah, and this is the thing, Andrew. This is why better off that you tell the client where to go and they go and do it, okay? So someone contacted me. Well, I contacted them after we went back and forth. I spoke to them about a potential website, but then I said to them, I will give you the link. And I give you step 1, step 2, step 3. You go and buy your domain. You go and buy your hosting. When you've done that, if you want to work with me, you know where we are. If you don't want to work with me, you're now protected. You got your domain, the one you want, because you haven't got it yet. You got your hosting, right? And now you can work with whoever you want to get your website built, all right? You own you own under your name 2 very important aspects of before you build your website. I'm telling you, Michael, and you know what was shocking? From a stereotypical point of view, and I really apologize for this, okay? I thought that when I go Hong Kong, everyone else would have iPhones and gear. And I have to say, I was very, 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 very surprised. I was massively surprised at how much people didn't have. Like iPads. Nearly all the stores had like iPad fake knockoffs, stuff like that. The cost of technology in Hong Kong was more expensive than what I could get the same thing in the UK. Laptops, cameras, everything. It was shocking. I went there thinking there'll be bargains. Forget it. Everything there was more expensive. And I was like, wow. Okay. Just checking some of the comments coming in. Jamie, we also got government software where some were access. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, I tell you now, right? Government software, right? NHS, council are horrendous. Absolutely horrendous, right? Some places weren't getting Office 2010 until like 4 or 5 years later when the next one was coming out. NHS, council, loads of government, because it's got to go through procurement, then it's got to be costed up, then it's got to be tested, then it's got to be rolled out, then it's got to have someone coming in to install for you, then the machines have got to be changed, then all the connections, and you're like, we're living in the past. Yeah. But yeah, legacy requirements, you are right, Michael. And everything's got to be double checked, triple checked. Outdated systems. And then because the outdated systems have stuff on it that the infrastructure is reliant on, appointment booking, stuff happening in hospitals, information going back and forth, servers, all of this stuff. Everything just winds out. And this is what I used to love. This is something, when I say love, I used to love like pointing this out. Everyone in the government and council, they, and even the NHS, you must do this, you must do that. You got to pay this, you got to pay that. You got to upgrade your energy, your environment, your equipment, your boiler, your solar roofing, your installation. You got to do all this stuff, right? You can't drive petrol, diesel cars in about 7 years' time, or you can't buy them. You got to go all electric. Improve, improve, improve. But when you look at them, not a clue. So many council and NHS buildings don't have aircon. Some of them you can't even open the window because they're worried you're going to jump out the window. We worked in a building where none of the windows opened because they were worried that you might jump out the window. That is how archaic things are. But if you want to build a house, I'm going on a tangent here, but if you want to build a house, the council come over, planning permission. Oh, your lighting, this and that. You got to have your air. Oh, you're having an open plan lounge. You got to have a fire alarm here and a smoke alarm there. It's got to be connected to the power. It can't just be a smoke alarm on the ceiling. No, it's got to be cabled in to your RCD. You got to have all of this done. Blah 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 blah. You do all of that. You then go to the same council building, and I know this because I used to work at the council before the NHS. Massive building. I'm talking massive, right? It was like about 12 stories high. It was a big building in the City Council, Leicester. All of the windows are locked. They're not even locked. They're screwed shut because they're worried you might jump out. And there's no aircon. No aircon, right? There's like, you just look at them and you go, you love to dish out the rules, but you don't do it yourself. How did we even get onto this topic? How did we even get on? I don't even know how. Sometimes I go off, don't I? I go... Oh, yes, Michael, you mentioned government clients as well. Yeah, that was it. Nico, what do I think about Perf Matters? Listen, okay. I have tested out loads of different solutions. WP Rocket, Perf Matters, Seraphinite, there was the 10 web speed booster, I was using Auto-Optimize for a while, and other stuff, okay? The reason why I like what I do is everything I tell you to do, you can do for free, and you get 100%. Now, when you start building your website, your score will go up and down. But you would get that same impact whether you're using FastPress or WP Meteor. And if you look at the video we did and look at the comments in that video, you're going to see people who say, I was using WP Rocket, this is better. I was using Perf Matters, this is better. You will find them in there. So don't listen to me. Don't believe the video. Go and read the comments. Go and read what people are saying, where they've gone from 20 to 90, whatever. Go and read them and see what they say. Hey, by the way, Pixar, did I say hi to you? I was midway through talking about the council. Did I say hi to you, Pixar? If I didn't, sorry, okay. I hope you're all right, mate. Stacey, do you have a guide for how you price websites? Kind of, Stacey. So it's in the, I'll tell you where it is. I'll tell you where it is, my friend. It's over here. It's over here. I can hear Raheem laughing. He's like giggling away. I don't know what he's doing. I get worried when he's happy. He's always he's either watching something dodgy. Yeah, so if you go over here, Stacey, right? It's in the how to start a web business because we cover off the pricing strategy. I even go over some example prices. I even go over a web proposal. We include the web proposal document in there. The new one, slightly revamped from the one we had in the sharing our stash. But I do give you like an example of a breakdown. And don't forget though, I did do a video. Do you remember I did a video, everyone, about pricing? Let me get it for you. This video might be useful for you. Let me just dig it out. It's called pricing. It's called, where's the video? Here we go. So, website quote breakdown of costs and prices. Real, should you give them turning on? Yeah, it's this video here. So you might want to go and watch this video as well. It's called pricing breakdown. You might find this useful. It's about how you itemize everything and then you let them pick and choose what they want to go for. So Eddie, after 2 years, I renewed the discount WP Rocket. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, okay? WP Rocket and Perf Matters are good, but I think with just like literally what 10 minutes effort, you could do all of that and save yourself the cost. Excellent, Nika. I mean, I'm really glad to hear that, by the way, okay? I mean, look, so you're living proof that you were using other stuff and now it works better for you. Hey, yep, smash the like button. Just checking the time. Yeah, so I'm carrying on with the video editing today. I've got one of our clients, the one I've always mentioned, has now come back yesterday. They've shared some extra stuff with me. Before I get an invoice out to them, I just want to double check, is what they're asking for, the detail, exactly what we said we were going to do, because we agreed everything about 5 to 6 weeks ago, but I didn't take a deposit off them because I like to give them time to walk away as well, so I'm not indebted to them and they're not obliged to use me. That's the way I like to do things. But they've come back. I knew they would, but now I just want to double check that what we agreed 6 weeks ago, because I've got it itemized down, are we still doing that? Because they were meant to give me the details for one of their pages. Now they've done the detail. I need to study it, because if it's now more complex than what I had discussed with them and envisaged in how we said we'd do it, then I might need to go back and go, we need to modify that kind of thing. So if there's ever a gap, you know, and you've said to the client, right, give me your content, and they give you the content, don't just think it's great. Read the content. You know, RC... Which one was RC, Mark? You're going to have to... Which one was it? Which one's RC, Mark? RC? Which one was RC? No, it's not that one. No, sorry, I know who you mean now. No, it's not that one. No, this is the dog one. You might not know which one I'm talking about. It's the dog one. So it's where dog... Well, it's a dog directory. It's the dog one, Mark. It's the dog one. And they were referred to as... Another web agency referred them to us, if that rings any bells, Mark. So that one is back in. By the way, I've got like... I can't show you there, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on the goes here. And... they're going to start to trickle in bit by bit by bit by bit. No, not that one, Mark. Not that one, no. It was the dog one. Ah, yeah, you know which one I mean now. Yep, that one. So they've now sent me documents, but I need to now just double check that, because the price we agreed with them, I want to be sure that what they want isn't now up a notch. And if it goes up a notch, I need to go back and go, okay, yeah, you know, the cost ain't going to change, because we gave them a cost 6 weeks ago. That does not change, but I want to be sure they've not deviated, because that is something that happens, right? You could be a builder. You agree with a client what you're going to do. You agree a price. You start building, and then as you're building it, you suddenly discover, oh, hold on. We costed you for one window, but you want a window here and a window there and a skylight. We did not cost up that. And they'll be like, yeah, but you're doing the roof. Just cut a hole. So I'm saving you wood. Cut a hole and put the skylight in. And you go, no, we have to now timber frame it. Then we have to fit it and seal it. It's not now just wood, and then slate tiles on the roof. There's more effort involved. Because I hear about this. You know, I hear about it. I even hear people go, oh, yeah, I told them to move the door and they weren't happy. Well, yeah, because they costed up the job to put the door there. Now you want a bifold door there. It changes the scope of how we do things. Exactly, Andrew. Exactly, right? Exactly, Andrew. And that's the other thing as well. What they wanted then, is it the same? Is it different? Yeah. Is it different? And that's the thing. But you know what? This is where I get a little bit like, oh, damn. So I planned out today. I'm now going to try and, after this live chat, I want to spend the next 4 hours just flying through editing as much as I can. Then I need to go and create some stock images to start the LMS bit of the video tomorrow. You know, I've really got to get on top of it and get that recorded in the morning. But then tonight, I'm going to have to study the client stuff because there's quite a bit of stuff, documents and stuff, just to scan and check everything is okay. Is the quote still valid for what we said? Get the invoice done, get the deposit paid in, and then book in a date. Because also, just because they've said to me, yeah, we're good to go now, that does not mean I start today or tomorrow. The earliest I'm going to start them now is the 15th of May. So we've got to check they're okay with the date. Okay, 3-day project. Start Monday, we finish Wednesday. We might slip to Thursday, but let's try and aim for end of Wednesday, right? Make that clear before they pay the deposit. So they now know, okay, I'm telling you now, you pay your deposit. We start on that Monday. We finish on Wednesday, and then you should be paying on Thursday the final. So they know. It's not like, oh yeah, by the way, I now need the rest of the money. And they're like, what? That wasn't expecting that. Right? So I'm drawing that out. But it just means now it's an extra thing. It's an extra thing, right? And some of you are going to say, Imran, shut the hell up, right? It's a client. They're working with you. Just get on with it. Not when you have other stuff lined up, right? Not when you have stuff lined up. So, yeah, it happens. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so answer the question over here. Stacy. So they want to know, how do I display this bar over here? Okay, so I'm using OBS, right? So let me show you what I did, okay? I'm going to show you what I did because I love to show off what I did. Right, so we are now going to go over to Canva. And if I go to, where are we? Here we go. So here is the line. So let me just expand on this, right? So this is in Canva, and this is a black bar with some coloured bars overlapping a little bit like a trapezium. And then I got text. Over here, I've added in some animation, which you can see here. So the words appear and disappear. Okay. I've then downloaded that as an MP4, yeah, as a movie with a green screen. Then what I've done is, and I can't show it to you because it's on OBS. I then import that into OBS, and this is, look, see that there? That's all it is at the bottom, Stacy. And because it's got a green screen, I activate the green screen chroma key setting in OBS, so the green screen becomes invisible. So I can show it, I can have it off, I can activate it and put it on. And that's literally all it is. So I can change the wording on that in Canva, export as an MP4, stick it into OBS, and then away we go. And again, it's loads of stuff I can do for free. OBS is free. Canva, we have the premium version, but you could do it for free as well. So there's loads of stuff you can do. And, you know, anything I can do which removes an overhead. And that's not because I'm a cheapskate. I am not a cheapskate, but I am practical with what am I spending money on. And if I can get the same feature, then why not go for that? Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. Yep. I'm probably going to do a video soon about the studio layout, all of the equipment, all of the setup. You know, the polarizing filter I've now got over the camera, the wires, connections, the tools, the equipment. I may do that if people are interested in it. I probably will do that. I used to do them every 3 months, and I haven't done one now since I think it was May or June. Might have been June last year, so it's been a while. So I might do an updated one because the equipment has changed. I've got some really amazing speakers now here. Boom. Because when I switched to the Mac Mini, The speakers on that are so awful. It's awful. It's like when the Mac Mini speakers, it's like being in an alleyway, right? And someone else is right down the end of the alleyway and they're playing music on their iPhone speakers, but they're at the other end of the alleyway. That is the comparison of the Mac Mini speakers. They're right down the alleyway and they got their iPhone on, loud volume, but they're at the end of the alleyway, so they're far away. Speakers, you know, that's how it is. And when I was trying to edit, I was like, this is killing me. Managed to get some speakers from Amazon, and these are bad boy awesomes, right? Edifier speakers. The sound on these is wicked. I literally sound like I'm like this when I'm talking. Okay, everyone, I'm going to give you the 2-minute warning now, just so that Hey, Brian, you've just arrived at the 2-minute warning. Well, Mark, that's where they will be going. Don't you worry about that. They will be going there, Mark. Don't worry. And I think both of us are going to keep on top of that, and now just keep, better to keep on top of that from the get-go. I could hear you laughing. Were you giggling?
Yeah, I have a video.
Right, everybody come here. He's ill, right? He's been coughing. Does he look ill? No, he is actually ill. I know he is because he's not been well last night. You wasn't very well at all, were you?
Yeah, I was coughing. Wait, I'll only definitely a video.
Were you?
I'm watching it all day.
Okay, you can leave the room now. You can shut the door. Like now. Yeah, I'm going to be going off in about a minute, everyone. I really need to hammer hard on the editing. It's all good and well recording. Then you got to edit. And I'm telling you, yesterday, one of the videos, right, was 1 hour long. Just over an hour long. It took 3.5 hours to edit. That was so painful to edit. No, he didn't go to school today, Eddie. He didn't go down it. He just kind of like... He was very unwell last night, and then this morning he was coughing a lot. And I was like, you know when they cough and it's a bellowing cough, like a and I just know that when you're in a classroom with other kids, hey Catherine, I'm about to shoot off now. How are you? How are you feeling? But when you're in a classroom with lots of other kids and you're coughing in a very bellowy way, it doesn't go down well. And then everyone starts to think, oh my God, you're coughing, get away from me. And everyone is sat close side by side. And what I don't want is he goes and then, this script is good. I actually downloaded this script and I've started using it. I'm still a little bit unsure. It is good, but I'm having a think about CapCut or Descript. I'm trying to work out which one is the best one for me. Right, okay, everyone, I'm about to shoot off now. I'm going to say goodbye, take care, see you all soon. Do you want to say bye-bye?
Bye.
Why have you got a baseball there?
I'll just carry it.
I feel like I'm going to be battered now, everyone, so goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.